Welcome everyone, this is Michael Ramon Ricardo, and I want to touch on fighting the good fight of faith. I want to touch on the First Timothy chapter 6, verse 12, and you can kind of do a little bit more research, do your due diligence on everything, but even, knowing that God is still fighting for you, just like how he was fighting in the book of Exodus, for us to be led out of the land of Egypt, for us to be led out of the land that had us bound, or whatever situation that has us bound at this present moment. So when we fight a good fight of faith, we want to make sure that we keep God first and foremost, and that it is him that is directing our paths. No matter what we are going through, we are allowing him to take forth whatever we need, and we are working with him. He's working through us, and we are his vessels being utilized for this world. So a lot of things may have us trouble. You might see a lot of things happening in this world where you're trying to understand, why am I in this situation? Or why is this happening? And why do we have these things in society that seem to just, crush us or hold us bound? Why does it seem like we're still in chains? Why does it seem like it's hard for us to just get out of something that we didn't even create? A lot of times we do create things, but there are certain circumstances, certain things that happen in our life that we didn't create. And when we are placed into these positions, when we are placed into these things, it is great to just have faith in the one that has brought us out in the beginning. The one who has given us the chance to be able to breathe in this world and live in this world. If you just take the time to just pinch yourself, if you can feel pain, guess what? You are alive. And guess what? While you're in this world, if you can feel anger, if you can feel sadness, if you can feel anything right now, you are alive. There are many people who have not made it to today, just like how you have made it. So while you are here, as we all together come together and fight a good fight of faith and believe in God to help us with whatever situations we go through, we can keep in mind that we have other people who can also be there on our behalf, sharpening us when we look towards those who are also seeking God. He was already with us, getting us out of that land that we were having troubles and being chained up and bound and all the struggles that we were having. He can help us get out of that bondage and out of that situation. But we have to rely on him. We have to allow him to be our ultimate source of faith. And having faith the size of a tiny mustard seed. I've shown an example of a mustard seed being this tiny, so tiny, that if multiple people came along with you with this tiny mustard seed that you had, and they combined their tiny mustard seed to create a faith that could grow from this tiny thing to something so humongous, then fighting the good fight of faith along with those who can help you and carry you out to whatever situation that you want to have completed, that'd be ultimately powerful. You want to look to those who can sharpen you, who can carry you throughout your situations. Because faith, the size of this tiny mustard seed, combined with so many people, can push you forward so fast. Just imagine, one putting out 1,000, driving 1,000 problems or 1,000 demons or 1,000 things away. But then you have two people who can take out 10,000 of them. Getting rid of 10,000 problems, 10,000 demons, and 10,000 things that are causing problems. And then you multiply even further with a third person, fourth person, and all of a sudden you have a congregation worth of people. And they're all one-minded with you, and they have the same faith as you, with the same power and strength and mindset, and that same size faith that is this tiny ends up exploding to now cause something great because of you keeping the good faith, along with others who are in the same position of keeping the good faith. So keep in mind that when we go through these fights, that God is always fighting on our behalf. That if God be for me, who can be against me? God before you, who can be against you? Keep in mind that he is for us and that he is keeping us protected, shielding us with wings and making sure that we are strong. So keep in mind these things. Know that. And keep on with the good faith. Keep on pushing forth toward the mark of the high calling and know that God is with you, no matter what situation you face. So I want to end with that. I'll touch a little more on that sometime soon. But again, my name is Michael Ramon Ricardo. Know that God loves you and I love you. You take care and God bless.